Hello YouTube. Tonight I logged into my YouTube account and lo and behold, I have 666 friends here on YouTube. So I figured I would do this video for you guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for adding me as a friend here on YouTube. It really does mean a lot to me. So, since I figured I would do a video tonight, I'm here to entertain you. One of the really cool things I did this week is I saw that new movie, The Runaways, that came out in some theaters across the country. And I have to admit, I was definitely impressed by the movie. I've always been a fan of the Runaways. Ever since I heard of them and started listening to their music, they were big in the 70s. Those of you who remember the 70s, they were an all-girl rock and roll band, and two of the members really hit it big. Joan Jett and Lita Ford. And I've seen Joan Jett and Lita Ford in concert, not with the Runaways, but with their solo projects, and those girls rock. Especially Joan Jett. You know, Joan Jett has this aura around her I've always liked. Probably has something to do with the fact that she really likes leather, and I really like leather too. Um, but you can really tell that she's really pure at heart at what she does, and that's something I've always respected about Joan Jett. I seen her in concert. It was about, I would say, 5 years ago, I think, and it was around the 4th of July, and she gave a concert here in Michigan that me and a friend went, and it was awesome. You know, Joan Jett, I've always been a fan of hers. Also seen Lita Ford in concert years ago. I saw Lita Ford. Actually, the shirt I'm wearing, the Ingve shirt, I got at the Lita Ford concert because she opened up for Ingve Malmsteen. And I'm trying to think what theater it was. I think it was actually, I don't think it was the Ritz, but yeah, I don't think it's that important. The important thing is I saw Lita Ford in concert, but this was back, I would say, the early 80s. I mean, not early 80s, it was the early 90s, late 80s, somewhere around there. I seen her in concert with Yngwie Malmsteen, and she rocked. You know, she's awesome in concert. So if you ever get a chance to see her in concert, even now she rocks. So definitely check her out. Check out Lita Ford or any other Runaways that are doing music projects. I would say, hey, go check them out. They really truly broke a lot of ground in the 70s with what they did. I know there was a problem with their age, you know, the fact that they were so young doing the music that they did. Actually, I don't even think you could get away with doing some of the things they did on stage, being 16 years old and whatnot. But regardless, if you look past that and just look at the music, you know, they rocked, man. They really broke a lot of ground for women in rock and roll, and they proved that women can rock just as hard as men on stage. So, you know, I definitely applaud them for that, and I definitely give a thumbs up to the director and whoever um, got the idea to bring this story to the big screen, because it is definitely a story to be told. Anytime, I think anytime a band that starts off from nothing, and then makes it big, that's a story to be told. But the fact that they did it back in the 70s, where most bands were male oriented. Most rock and roll bands were male oriented, and there was so much discrimination against females. I think that's the fact that they overcame all that. I think that is great. So that was definitely a story that needed to be told to the public. So if you get a chance, go check that movie out. You might have a little bit of a problem finding that movie. I saw it at the Main Art Theater here in Michigan. You might not be able to check it out at your local movie theater. You might have to search around for it because I believe it's more of an independent film. But you would not be disappointed, especially if you listen to rock. And I think most of the people who subscribe to my channel here on YouTube listen to rock or hard music or whatever you want to call it, popular music. So you would not be disappointed if you go check that movie out. Also, in rock and roll news, I did want to mention that I'm sorry to hear that the lead singer in Typo Negative died a couple of days ago, a week ago. I was a fan of Typo Negative. I've always liked their music. I always enjoyed their videos. The lead singer, he always came across to me as being a mix between Herman Monster and a supermodel. Because he was this really good looking guy, but he just had this 1950s horror thing about him, look about him, I guess, but at the same time he looked like a supermodel, if that makes any kind of coherent sense whatsoever. But hey, I'm sorry to hear he's gone. Was a fan, always was a fan of Typo Negative. Maybe one day when I start back working out, I can get muscles as big as that guy had, because that guy ruled, man. 6 foot tall, long black hair, and he was sort of like one of the epitomes of a rock and roll star. So I hate to see that he's gone, and the fact that he died at, if I'm not mistaken, the age 47, that's really too young to die. I like rock stars who die when they're 60s. Well, not even the 60s. To me, it's young. In the 80s, how's that? But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that he's passed away. One day, if I ever make it big in the music industry, I hope to live to be 100, to tell you the truth. And I was watching a video by, I can't remember her name offhand, Tiptoe Chick. Yeah, I was watching a video by Tiptoe Chick. Those of you who are regulars here on YouTube know who Tiptoe Chick is. I remember she did a video about wanting to live to be 100 years old. And the reason why she wanted to live to be 100 years old is because if you live to be that old, you get a letter from the president. And I think that is really, really cool. So that is definitely my goal, to at least live to be 100 years old and get that letter from the president. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. As I said before, thank you guys, those of you who added me as friends here on YouTube, those of you who have subscribed to my channel here on YouTube. I thank you guys, rock. Okay, so until next time, love is the law, and peace.